So welcome everybody and thank you for coming. And I'm looking forward to sharing some yoga with you. So let's start in a seated position, and if you've got a wall that you can rest yourself against, that might be really helpful, just to give yourself a little bit of support behind your back. So find yourself a position that you feel comfortable in, and just start off by making some rolls of your shoulders and moving around your face. So just make some funny faces. There's no one there that can see you, and I can't really see you either. So just feel free to really start to loosen yourself off, and then come into a position that feels comfortable for you, sitting up on a block or a book, and maybe sitting supported against the wall. And then either let the eyes close or just gently lower the gaze. And we're going to take a few breaths together to start off with. Breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And again, breathing really deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And taking another couple of breaths like that. Really starting to land yourself into your space. Maybe a slightly different yoga space to the space that you usually practice in, or maybe it isn't. And then gently close the mouth and just start breathing in and out through the nose. And if you have an Ujjayi breath in your practice, or you know what that means, then using your Ujjayi breath. Otherwise, breathing in and out through the nose. And start to lengthen and deepen both the inhales and the exhales. So see if you can breathe in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathing into the belly. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Draw the low belly in. 2, 1. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. 2, 1. And breathe out. Draw the low belly in. And then see if you can breathe into the back of your body. And breathe out a subtle drawing in of the low belly, drawing the crown of the head back. And keep going with that breath count. Breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. And while you're doing this, see if you can get really fascinated by the feeling sense of your breath in your body. Breathing more deeply than you have done so far today. Maybe this week.
This month.
And just getting comfortable, noticing the parts of your body that are in contact with the ground. And again, bringing your attention back to the breath. So just while we're sitting here, I've been reading a little bit through a book about the yamas and niyamas, which are to do with our practice of yoga. And the first yama is ahimsa, which is non-violence. And This is about non-violence to other people, but also to ourselves. And I think something that I have been working with in my own practice this week has been about having compassion for being exactly where I am. And there's a paragraph that I'm just going to read you. So keep breathing deeply as I read this, maybe keeping the eyes closed. We learn compassion as we dissolve our personal version of the world and grow gentle eyes that are not afraid to see reality as it is. We learn compassion as we stop living in our heads, where we can neatly arrange things, and ground ourselves in our bodies, where things might not be so neat. We learn compassion as we stop trying to change ourselves and others and choose instead to soften the boundaries that keep us separated from what we don't understand. We learn compassion as we do simple acts of kindness and allow others' lives to be as important as our own. So if any of that resonates with you, an invitation for your practice this evening could be to practice with compassion as much as you can, knowing that this is a practice and it's a really difficult thing to do. So maybe you can just meet yourself exactly where you're at. We'll take some alternate nostril breathing. Bring your right index and middle finger to your forehead and cover up your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through your left nostril. Breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril. Breathe out through the left. Adding a breath hold, breathe in through the left. Hold the breath in. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Hold the breath in. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Really expand the sides of the ribs. Hold the breath in. Breathe out through the right and draw the low belly in. Breathe in through the right. Hold the breath in and breathe out through the left, drawing the low belly in. Take one more, left, right, left, using your breath. Good, and then gently release the arms. And come into Baddha Konasana, so bringing the soles of the feet together. And stay, if you're sitting against a wall and you find it helpful to be supported by the wall, then do that. And bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees drop wide. And maybe just take a little bit of movement into the legs to start to open the hips up really gently. And then come back to stillness with the legs. Activate the feet, so spread the toes really wide. And then bring your right hand out in line with your right hip and release the head and the neck over towards the right hand side. Bring the left hand at the base of the left thigh. Take a deep inhale all of the way down into that left hip. And exhale, push the thigh muscle away from the hip joint. So you're pushing the hand up towards the knee, creating more space in that hip. Inhale again, down into the left hip. And exhale, push the thigh muscle towards the knee joint. Keep the head and the neck relaxed over towards the right hand side. And then release the left hand and hover the left fingertips about 6 to 12 inches from the ground. And soften that left shoulder away from the left ear. Breathing into the left side of the neck. Breathe really deeply all of the way up into the left side of the neck. And exhale, draw the left shoulder blade in towards the spine. Relax the jaw. Creating more space all of the way down the left side of the neck. Option to bring your right hand up and over, just applying a little bit more pressure to that side of your face. Really important to relax the jaw here, softening, creating space in between the teeth. And then release the right hand, bring the right hand to support the right side of the face, and draw the head up to center. And then same thing on the other side, bring the left hand out, release the head and the neck over towards the left hand side. Keep the feet really active so you're spreading through the toes. Bring the right hand to the base of the right thigh. Take an inhale all of the way down into that right thigh. And exhale, push the right thigh muscle up towards the knee, creating more space in your right hip. Inhale all the way down into the right thigh. And exhale, push the thigh muscle up towards the knee. Soften the left shoulder away from the left ear. And then hover the right fingertips out towards the right hand side, keeping the head and the neck released over towards the left. Inhale all of the way up into the right hand side of the neck. And exhale, draw that right shoulder blade in towards the spine, maybe bringing the chin down towards the chest a little bit. Feeling compassionately into whatever is in your neck, knowing there might be a lot right now. And then bringing the left arm up and over, maybe applying a little bit more traction to the right hand side of the face. Good, and then releasing the left arm, supporting the left side of the face with the hand and drawing the head up to center. And then taking a gentle forward fold, bringing the hands either onto the ankles or they can come out in front of your feet. And relaxing the back of the head and the back of the neck. Softening through the forehead. And taking your breath deep down into your low back and your hips. Softening the shoulders away from the ears and letting go in the neck. Good, and then gently rolling yourself back up to center, drawing the knees together, and then coming forwards onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. So bringing the hands under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and just start off by taking some gentle circles around the wrist joints. So transferring the weight into different parts of your hands. And then taking the circles the other way. And then coming back to neutral and taking a little bit of a cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, open through the chest. And exhale, round the spine, draw the chin in. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, draw the chin in, draw the low belly in. And taking a few more breaths, either in a cat-cow or in any other movement that feels good to move your back in, to move your shoulders, to move your hips. And while you're doing this, really releasing through your jaw, your forehead. Good, and then come back into a neutral position with your spine and bring your hands a little bit forwards of your shoulders and a little bit wider than they would be for your shoulder width, and bend the elbows and hover the elbows 2 or 3 inches off the mat. So we're setting up for a turbo dog. So the hands are pushing really strongly into the mat and the shoulders are wrapping, drawing the elbows in towards the midline. Take an inhale into the space in between the shoulder blades. And exhale, relax the neck. And everybody tuck the toes under. So option to stay here, hugging the elbows in towards the midline, checking in with what feels right for your body. Option to tuck the toes under and lift the hips up, but keeping your elbows hovered 2 inches off the mat. So this is strong on your shoulders. See if you can breathe into the sides of the ribs and squeeze the shoulders in towards the midline. So even though you're working really hard with your upper body, you're soft through the back of the neck. Good, and then straightening the arms and everybody coming up into a downward facing dog. And taking any movement that feels good in your downward facing dog. Maybe moving your hips, bending or stretching your legs. And then coming to stillness and coming up really high on your tiptoes. And lift your sitting bones up really high. So you're spreading your fingers and pushing a long line from your fingers all the way up to the sitting bones. Drawing the low belly in, wrapping the shoulders in towards the midline. Good, and then from there, use an inhale to come forwards into a plank position. And exhale, draw the belly in, lift up into downward facing dog. Inhale, draw the body forwards into a plank. And exhale, push through the hands, draw the belly into downward facing dog. Inhale, draw forwards into a plank position. Pause here. In your plank, you can always bring your knees down. Inhale, lift the right leg up into the air. And exhale, hug the right knee in towards the nose. This can all be done with the knee down. Inhale, send the right leg back. Exhale, hug the right knee in. And then step the right foot forwards between the hands. Drop the left knee down. And bring the arms up into a low lunge. Maybe taking some circles with your wrists. Breathing deeply into the sides of the ribs. And exhale, push through your right foot and curl your pubic bone towards the belly button. Release the hands down either side of your front foot and step back into a downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Take another one like that. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, come forwards into a plank position and lift your left leg up. Again, option to bring the right knee down. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send the left leg back. And exhale, hug the left knee in. This time, step the left foot forwards, bring the right knee down. And inhale, reach the arms up into your low lunge. Take another inhale into the sides of the ribs. And exhale, push through your left foot, curl the pubic bone towards the belly button. Bring the hands down either side of your left foot. And step back into a plank position and drop the knees down. Push down through your right hand. Use an inhale to bring the left arm up into the air. And exhale to thread the left arm underneath the right one, coming onto the side of your face. Or onto a block if that's more comfortable. And take some space here with your breath into that space in between the shoulder blades. Good. Push back down with the right hand and bring the left hand back to center. Inhale, reach the right arm up into the air. And exhale, thread the right arm under for a twist, coming onto the outside edge of your right cheek. And just really feeling into the twist here, breathing into that space in between the shoulder blades. And then push the left hand down and come back into a tabletop position. And then we'll come all the way down onto our back for abs. So if you've got a block, then grab your block and bring it alongside of you. And come to lie on your back and then bring your knees up over your hips with the shins parallel to the ceiling and spread the toes so you can, almost like you can see a gap in between all your 10 toes. And then bring your right hand onto your right thigh. Take an inhale all the way down into that right hip. And exhale, push the right hand into the thigh into the hand, and push your low back down. Good, release. Bring the left hand onto the left thigh. Take an inhale all the way down into the low back. And exhale, push the hand into the thigh into the hand, push the low back down, draw the ribs in. Bring the right hand to the right thigh. Inhale down into the low back. Exhale, push the right hand into thigh into hand, draw the low belly in. Inhale, bring the left hand to the left thigh. Breathe all the way down into the low belly. And exhale, push the left hand into thigh into hand, draw the low ribs in, draw the low belly in. Good. Clasp the hands behind the back of the head and send the elbows up towards the ceiling. Carolina, stay doing the first one. Take an inhale all of the way down into the low back. Hold the breath, push the low back down, curl the tailbone, and exhale, send the elbows up towards the ceiling, lift the shoulder blades up, and draw the low belly down. Inhale, come back down, hold the breath, push the low back down, curl the tailbone. Exhale, lift the elbows up, pull the low belly down. Lift the tailbone up again and pull the low belly down. Inhale, come back down, hold the breath, push the top rim of the sacrum down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, lift the elbows towards the left knee and send the right leg out at 45 degrees. Pull the low belly down. Take another inhale here. And exhale, send that left knee 2 inches forwards, pulling down the space below your belly button, reaching away through the ball of your right foot. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Push the low back down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, send your elbows to your right knee and bring the left leg out at 45 degrees. And pull the low belly down. Take another inhale, see if you can lift up your right shoulder blade. And exhale, send the right knee 2 inches forwards, pull the belly down. Reach your way through the ball of your left foot. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the head, release the feet. Bring your hands onto your belly. And breathe deeply down into your low belly and your low back. Good, and then set the feet up for a bridge pose. So bringing your feet alongside of the sitting bones, in line with the sitting bones. And grab your block if you've got a block. If you haven't, don't worry. Breathe deeply down into the low back. And with your exhale, push through your feet and lift the hips up into the air. Spread the toes and push through the inner arches of your feet. Option to bring a block underneath your sacrum, so it can be on the lowest height, the middle height, or the tallest height, and get it to a position where you can really rest your weight into it. So use it as an aid. If you don't have a block, then don't worry about that. Inhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, and exhale, send the right leg straight up into the air. And then hook your right ankle above the left knee, letting the right leg drop out towards the side. Inhale all of the way down to the front of the right hip. And exhale, push through your left foot, reach away through the right knee. So again, creating space in that right hip. Good, release the right leg. Inhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest. And exhale, send the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. And just check again if you're holding on with your jaw or your shoulders, and see if you can relax that part of your body, just working with your legs. And then hook your left ankle above the right knee, letting the left knee drop out to the side. Inhale all of the way down to the front of the left hip. And exhale, send the left knee forwards, push through your right foot. Creating more space with your breath in your left hip. Good, and then release the left foot down. Lift yourself up off the block. And then exhale, curl the upper, then the middle, then the lower part of the back, all of the way down to the mat. And hug the knees into the chest and hold onto the backs of the thighs. So we're going to start rocking ourselves forwards and backwards along the length of the spine. And just take a few rocks like this, maybe starting to bring a little bit of your weight into your feet. And then we're going to rock all the way up into a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Releasing the back of the head and releasing the back of the neck. And as much as you can here, keep pushing through your feet so you're really supporting your body with the weight of with the strength in your legs, but letting the whole upper body release and relax. An option to bring the hands behind the back of the neck and use your thumbs to massage the neck muscles. Breathing deeply down into the low belly and the low back. Moving the head from side to side, relaxing through the jaw. And then releasing the arms,
drawing the low belly in and slowly rolling yourself all the way up to standing.
And coming up to the top of your mat. And just get a sense of your connection with the ground first of all. So spread your feet really wide and really push down into the ground with your feet. And then relax the toes and let the weight of the body settle down into the mat. Take an inhale and bring the arms all the way up. And then exhale, release the arms down by the side, out through your mouth. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale out through the mouth. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, softening the shoulders. One more, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale. Good, we'll take some sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forwards, draw the belly in. Inhale, come up to a half lift. Bring your hands onto your thighs and really lengthen the heart forwards. And then bring your arms out in line with your body in like a cactus position. So this is what my arms are doing. And inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, bring the elbows together, transferring weight forwards in your feet. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round the back, bring the elbows together, draw the belly in. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, bring the hands down, step back into a plank position. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. And see if you can get again that tuck of the tailbone with a subtle drawing in of the low belly. Drawing the arms in towards each other. So switching on the muscles in the upper back and the front of the chest. Bring the knees down. Take an inhale into the space in between the shoulder blades. And exhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down as you lower yourself down onto your belly. Bring the elbows under the shoulders for a Sphinx position. The forearms are down on the mat. And push through the elbows and start to draw the chest forwards. So it's almost like you're drawing your elbows back towards your hips. So you're lengthening the spine rather than pushing it into extension. Take one more inhale into the upper back. And then exhale, push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths in your downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump, top of the mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Then exhale, draw the hands back to heart center. A little bit quicker. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, draw the belly in. One inhale into your half lift, lengthening the heart forwards. Exhale, coming back into your plank position. Option to drop the knees down as you lower all the way down. Bringing the hands forwards of the shoulders and using an inhale to come up into a cobra. Drawing the shoulder blades back and down as you push yourself back into a downward facing dog. And again, thinking about your alignment. So maybe bending your knees, coming up onto your tiptoes and getting a long line down the back of the body. Wrapping your shoulders and softening through the back of the head and the back of the neck. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump, top of the mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, draw the belly in. Inhale, half lift. This time step the left foot back and bring the left knee down, but keep the toes tucked under. Inhale, reach the arms up into a low lunge. Option to stay here or to push away through that left heel and lift the back knee up off the mat. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. And exhale, push through your right foot and curl the pubic bone towards the belly button. Release the hands down, step back into a plank. Take an inhale here. And exhale to lower yourself down, drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. And exhale, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up into the air. And exhale, step the left foot forwards, bring the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Option to stay here or to reach away through the heel of the back foot, bringing the back knee just off the mat. Breathe in again to the sides of the ribs. And exhale, push through your left foot. Curl the pubic bone in towards the belly button. Bring the hands down either side of your left foot. Step the right foot forwards to meet the left at the top of the mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, draw the hands back to center. And then put a bend in your knees. Use an inhale to come up into a chair pose. Good, and then bring your arms out into a cactus position again. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back. And exhale, round the back, draw the elbows together. Again, inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, round the back, draw the elbows together. Option to come up onto the tiptoes. One more breath. Inhale, open through the chest. And exhale to round. Inhale, send the arms straight up. And exhale, standing forward fold, soften through the back of the neck. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step back into a plank position. Either come straight up into a downward facing dog, or flowing through your vinyasa. And when you're in your downward facing dog, taking a couple of breaths again out through the mouth. Inhale, lift the right leg up into the air. And exhale, hug the right knee in towards the nose. Bring the shoulders forwards over the wrists. Inhale, reach the right leg up. And this time, step the right foot forwards and come up into a high lunge. Keeping the back toes tucked under. And then release the arms down. We'll take some shoulder shrugs. Inhale, breathe into the upper back. Hold the breath, lift the shoulders up. Send the shoulders straight back. And exhale, draw them down the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, breathe into the upper back. Exhale, send the middle sections of the shoulder blades together and draw them down the back. Again, inhale into the upper back. Send the shoulders straight up, straight back, and squeeze the shoulder blades together as you draw them down the back. Inhale into the upper back. And send the midsections of the shoulder blades together and exhale, draw them down the back. Bring your right hand onto your right thigh. Inhale, reach your left arm up into the air. And exhale, come into a twist. Bring your left elbow over the right thigh. Either a fist in the left hand with the right hand on top, all bringing the palms together. And you can always drop the back knee down here. Take an inhale into the left side of the ribs. And exhale, push your left upper arm into the thigh and twist your upper body towards your hands. Good, release, bring the hands down either side of your right foot. And we're going to come into standing splits. So stepping your left foot up, and your hands, if you want to, you can put your hands on a block here. And then sending the left leg straight up into the air, softening through the back of the head and the back of the neck. And if you can, get a sense of hugging that right hip in towards the midline. And then bend your left knee, bring it alongside of your right knee, so you're in like a flamingo pose. And then push through your right foot and come to standing, she says. And then hold on to your left shin and lift the chest up. Option to stay here or to take a twist, bringing the right hand to the outside edge of the left knee and bringing the left arm out behind you. Pushing really strongly through the standing leg and drawing the belly in. Good, coming back to the center, releasing the foot and stepping the left foot back into a high lunge. Bringing the hands down either side of your right foot and stepping back straight into a downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up into the air. And exhale, hug the left knee in towards the nose. Bring the shoulders forwards over the wrists. Inhale, send the left leg up. And this time, step the left foot forwards. Stay on the ball of the right foot and come up into your high lunge. And this time we'll bring our elbows in alongside of our waist with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breathe into the upper back. And exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and send the palms out towards the side. Inhale, bring the pinky fingers together. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. And exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. One more like that. Inhale, bring the pinky fingers together. And exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drawing them down. Good. And then coming into your twist, bringing the left hand to the base of the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, hooking your right elbow over your left thigh. Option always to drop the back knee down. And see if you can inhale, breathing into the right hand side of the ribs. And exhale, pushing your right arm into the left thigh, twisting your upper body towards the hands. Release the hands down either side of your front foot and we'll come into standing splits. So stepping your back foot up into the air, softening the back of the head and the back of the neck. If you want to test your balance, you can bring one or both hands to your left ankle. And see if you can really push through that left foot, lengthening the right foot up. And then bend your right knee and bring it alongside of the left knee. And then put a bend in your left leg, push through your left foot and come up to standing. Same thing, second side. Either holding onto the front of the shin, activating your feet and drawing the shoulder blades back and down, pushing through your left foot. Or you can take a twist, bringing the left hand around the right thigh And reaching the right arm back behind you. And if you want to, you can bring your left hand onto your right foot and extend the legs straight out if that's in your practice. Good, come back to center. Step the right foot back into a high lunge. Bring the hands either side of your left foot. Step back into a plank position. Take an inhale here and exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. We're going to do a pec stretch here, pectoral stretch. So bring your right arm into a cactus position. I don't know if you can see me. So the front of your right shoulder is pushing down into the ground. And then bring your left hand alongside of your left shoulder. And keeping the right shoulder pushing down, start pushing with your left hand, rolling onto the right hand side of the body. So hopefully feeling a stretch along the front of the right shoulder. And allowing the breath to breathe into that stretch that you feel. Good, rolling back onto your belly and bringing your left arm out into a cactus position with the front of the left shoulder down on the mat. Bringing your right hand in line with your right shoulder. And then pushing through your right hand, rolling onto the left side of the body. Soften through your forehead, your jaw, your neck. Good, and then release yourself back onto your belly and push back into a child's pose. And take a moment in your child's pose to find somewhere to rest your forehead. So maybe you're going to stack your fists on top of each other or bring a cushion underneath your forehead. And then breathe deeply down into the low belly, the low back. Just allowing yourself to settle. And then bring the hands back out in front of you. Tuck the toes under and lift back up into a downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg up into the air. Bend the right knee and open the right hip. And then exhale, step your right foot forwards for warrior two. And get a real sense of rooting down through your feet. Drawing your tailbone down just a little bit and drawing the crown of the head back. And then reaching out through the arms. And finding a point to fix your gaze, either over your front middle finger or just straight in front of you, whatever feels better for your neck. Then come back to that feeling sense of where you can notice your breath in this pose. Good, flip the front palm and bring your left hand behind the low back. Maybe it even comes around to the front thigh. And then reverse the warrior. And if you can, get a sense of that right thigh drawing away from your right hip, softening the head and the neck, and breathing deeply all of the way down the right side of the body. Good, and then gently come back up to center. Release the arms and we'll come into a goddess pose. So wiggle your heels in and bring your toes out. And aim to have your knees tracking over the second toe. And then tuck the tailbone a little bit, draw the crown of the head back, and really get a sense of rooting into the outer edges of your feet. So we're going to take a lion's breath here in 4 different directions. So down, out to the side, forwards and up. So 4 breaths in total. So breathing in through the nose, drawing the hands in towards the chest. And exhale, sticking the tongue out, pushing the hands down. Inhale, bringing the hands to the chest. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, bringing the hands in front of the chest, maybe sinking a little bit deeper. Exhale, pushing the hands forwards. And inhale, bring the hands to the center. Exhale, hands up. Bring the hands back together in front of the chest. And then straighten the legs and turn into warrior 2 on the second side. So turning the left foot out and turning the right foot in. So the left knee is now bent, facing towards the other end of your mat. This time putting a soft bend in the elbows. Inhale, open through the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, roll the shoulders forwards and push down through your feet. Inhale, open through the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, roll the shoulders forwards. One more like that. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, roll the shoulders forwards. Bring your arms back out. Bring your right hand behind the low back, either just hovering onto your low back, maybe holding onto your clothes, or you can wrap it all the way around the front of the left thigh. And flip the left palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Soften the head and the neck. Then get a sense of creating more space with your breath all of the way down the left side of your body. Pushing through the outer edge of your back foot. And then coming back up. Turning the feet to parallel. So the feet are parallel to each other along the long length of the mat. Clasping the hands behind the low back, take an inhale and open across the front of the chest. And exhale, push through the outer edges of the feet as you start to fold forward, softening through the back of the head, the back of the neck, and letting the arms drop as much as they can. If it feels really uncomfortable on your neck, then just allowing the arms to drop down towards the ground. And breathing deeply all of the way down into your low back and your hips here. Good. Come back up slowly, drawing the belly in. And then turn to face your right foot. And step the left foot to meet the right foot at the top of the mat. And then bring your feet out so they're kind of hips width distance apart with the toes pointing out and the heels pointing in. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, start to sink down into a squat. Take an inhale, push through your heels, reach the arms up. And exhale, sink yourself down. Inhale, push through your heels, reach the arms up. This time we're coming all of the way down. So if you need to come up onto your tiptoes to allow the back to have some length in your squat, then go ahead and do that. And push your elbows into the inner thighs and draw the inner thighs in towards the upper arms. Start to lengthen through the back. And softening through your forehead and your jaw here. Maybe even letting the eyes close. And taking a couple of breaths deep down into your hips. Good, and then releasing the arms and gracefully, or not, coming down onto your bum. And bringing the soles of the feet back together into Baddha Konasana again. Bringing the hands out behind you and lengthening through the upper body, drawing the shoulder blades back and down. And see if you can push your feet in towards each other, allowing the knees to open a little bit wider out to the side by that action of pushing the feet together. And again, breathing deeply down into your hips. Softening the forehead, creating space in between your teeth at the back of your mouth. Good, and then drawing the knees together and giving yourself a hug, maybe bringing your forehead down towards your knees, breathing into the back of your body. Again, finding another way to soften through the forehead. And then bring your hands onto your feet. So bring your hands onto the outer edges of your feet. And draw the belly in and start to hover the feet off the mat. And that might be enough. See if you can draw the shoulder blades back and down. Maybe you can start to bring your knees up. Maybe you can start to extend the legs all the way up. Keeping the belly drawn in. Having compassion with wherever you are. Good, and then releasing the feet down onto the mat. And just letting the legs shuffle a little bit side to side, bending and releasing the legs at the same time. Bringing the thumbs in towards the palms and rolling the fingers over the tops of the thumbs. And then just bring a little bit of love to your legs, allowing the muscles to release and relax as you tap on them with your fists. And doing any other parts of your body that need a little bit more releasing and relaxing. And then shuffle forwards beyond the top of the mat, so the heels are just off the top of the mat. Bring the arms out at shoulder height and plug the shoulders into the sockets and draw the low belly in. And we're slowly going to come down onto our back. So curling down, bringing the low back down first, then the middle part of the back, and then the upper back, and then all of the way down. And hug the left knee in towards the chest and reach away through the ball of your right foot. We'll come into a twist. So dropping that left leg over towards the right hand side of the body, releasing the left arm out alongside the left side of the body. Really letting the body sink down into the mat. Option to bring the right hand to the left side of your ribs. And breathe into your hands. So feeling your deep breath all of the way down into the left side of the ribs. Good, gently drawing yourself back to center. And then reaching away through that left foot. And hugging the right knee in towards the chest. And then taking a twist, releasing that right knee over towards the left hand side, reaching away through the ball of your left foot. Again, option to bring your left hand onto the right side of the ribs, inviting your breath into the space below the hand. Good, and then coming back to center and just giving yourself a hug. So hugging the knees in towards the chest. Maybe taking some circles with the knees around the hips. Or taking a happy baby pose for a few breaths, either holding onto the backs of the thighs or the outer edges of the feet. And really letting the back of the head and the back of the neck and the shoulders to sink down into the ground. And then releasing, either bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees drop wide, or if your back is sensitive, bringing your feet wide on the mat and let the knees drop in towards the center. Option to bring one hand over your low belly and one hand over the heart. And reconnecting here to your deep breath all of the way down below your belly button. As you exhale, letting the body relax down into the mat. And then taking a few breaths into the heart space. So breathing into the front, into the side, into the back of the heart. And as you exhale, allowing the back of your heart to soften and to be supported by the ground. And then taking a couple of breaths to connect those two spaces. So simultaneously filling your belly and your heart, allowing the body to breathe itself. And exhale, letting the body yield down into the ground, really letting go. Letting go in your forehead and your jaw as well. And from here, we'll move into Shavasana. So taking any movements that you'd like to take to finish your practice, or grabbing a blanket or some socks or a pillow, whatever will make you comfy. And whenever you're ready, lying down on your mat, then just taking a moment to tuck your tailbone under, lengthening the low part of the back. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Again, relaxing the forehead, the jaw. And really taking these moments to let go. Allowing the benefits of the physical practice to really ground you in your body. And allowing the groundedness in the body to be supported by and release into the ground. I'm going to share a few words, which is a poem or quote that has spoken to me this week. If it helps you, then let it sink into your body, whichever part of your body needs to hear it. And if it doesn't, just let it pass you by. Just show up as you are. You don't have to look or feel great. You don't have to be prepared for each challenge or know all the hows of every situation. You don't have to be fearless, have all the answers, or be 100% ready. Nobody is any of these things. Nobody ever was. It's not about being perfect at all. You just have to show up as you are, despite all the objections and insecurities of your mind, despite each and every fear that threatens to hold you back, despite the limitations and criticisms others will place on you. To hell with it all. This is your life, your journey, your adventure. And all it's asking of you is to show up for it as you are. That's enough. That's more than enough. That's everything. And deepening your breath again. Allowing the breath to fill all the way down into the low belly, the low back. And then starting to move your fingers and your toes. Maybe taking a stretch, reaching the arms all the way up over the head. And hugging the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a squeeze. And then releasing over to whichever side feels comfortable for you. Just pausing there in the moment in between. Letting the body settle. And then gently bring yourself back up into a comfortable seat. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Lengthen through the back of the neck and lower the gaze. And invite in a couple more really deep breaths into your heart. Reconnecting with the wisdom of that part of your body. And we'll close the practice with an Om. So either you can not Om and listen, or you can take an Om if that feels all right for you in the space that you're in. Taking a deep breath in. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice. Namaste. Thank you all. Go really gently. Any questions? And I'll stick around for a few minutes. Otherwise, have a great week and keep breathing really deeply.
Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.